I was watching the Flagrant podcast, and they have this Patreon, right? And their Patreon exclusive content. We got permission to use some of this, but they were talking about how they were talking about like Zac Efron and a few people, and I'm gonna just let you play it. By the way, go check out their podcast if you haven't already. There are a lot of people in our audience that do watch their pod, but it's hilarious. But I thought this was very interesting.
Sam Efron gets shredded.
He got pretty shredded. He's playing that wrestler in this new movie coming up. Is this a short one? There we go.
He got shredded in that.
This is the short one, right
beach
here?
movie.
I just want to fuck it up.
Sucks.
Oh,
Dude.
rewind.
People who are shredded
Oh, here we go.
are idiots.
They're unhappy people.
They're unhappy. You're missing out on life.
Yeah.
Life is sugar. Life is bread. Life is not looking good. You know what I mean?
It's propaganda. No, this is the fat industrial
No,
complex.
fuck that,
This is the
dude.
fat industrial
No,
complex.
it's the fun industrial complex.
Exactly. Yes, it is the fun industrial complex. I honestly, a life without sugar, meaningless. You could
How
do.
would you say that, man? Look at Zac Efron. He looks super happy right now.
The crimson chin, he
How
looks
could you
amazing.
say such a
Yeah.
thing?
Son, he looks like the Lego movie version of him. His face is fucking ruined, bro.
Guy looks like Drago, dude. What the fuck is happening?
He got his face fucked up, but at the same time still looks super handsome.
Man, I don't know, bro. I know what it was like before.
That's years of being unhappy, bro.
Yeah, nah. It's not worth it, bro.
It looks like his voice is deep.
Pause this shit.
Can I say one thing about...
It looks like his voice is deep.
His face did change. It seems like he got some type of surgery done or some shit.
I mean,
Testosterone.
I don't know the last time I saw him in a big movie. It's been a while. Like last time I saw him do anything, I think was Baywatch. I don't remember seeing him in much else, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So his face might have changed, but yeah, some testosterone can
just-
change a lot of stuff.
Might have just grown up. Like
He's also thicker and more jacked in the movie that he's in coming up, rather than the way he looked on Baywatch. He was insanely lean, so your face is going to look different from that too.
This is very different. But yeah, there's a second clip that we're gonna play some. But like, what
Are we done with this clip though?
Yeah, we're done with this clip for the most part. Yeah, just the second one's gonna be coming up.
Yeah, he's talking about being miserable without bread and without sugar.
But a lot of people do make it seem like, especially like Zac Efron and movie stars that get ready for roles, the pop culture look at being healthy and lean and shredded, they do make it seem like, oh, I had to diet so hard, I had to work out 3 times a day, I had to eat all the chicken breast and rice. And they do make it seem like it sucks to get in shape, because that's the pulp culture version of things. But for us, it's like, it's not very difficult to be in shape and eat food that you enjoy and be happy.
Yeah, it's part of our lifestyle. I think for them, it's like a talking piece when they go on some of these shows.
Yeah.
And they go around, they do their press junket, their press kit, and they go to these different shows and they have to talk about how hard it was to get to 6% body fat. And maybe it was like getting the 6% body fat is like can take a monumental effort. But sustaining body fat percentages that are healthy, that are lean, is not necessarily a life of suffering. It all depends on your interpretation of it. And what if your interpretation of what if what makes you happy and what you find joy in is to be in shape?
Yeah.
I mean, if that makes you joyful, then sounds like you'll probably be pretty happy.
But again, also just having specific habits in your life that makes that thing second nature. Like we take walks, we move some.
We walk together.
We walk together, hold hands, and sometimes hold dicks. But we like to, like, the things we do fall in line with us staying healthy. And then when it comes to food, like I had fire wings last night. You know what I mean?
The truth always comes out here on the show.
I had fire wings last night. I had a cool 30-piece, right? I had steak before that, but I also went to jiu-jitsu before that. I'm feeling good. I don't have fire wings every night, but I eat.
Well, hold on, just real quick. One question.
Yeah.
Did you have it door dashed?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes it a little bit worse.
That's dude,
it just makes me
coming
happy.
home from jiu-jitsu, I'm not gonna go to fire wings and wait for my food. I'm gonna DoorDash it so that it's in front of my door by the time I get home. What the fuck, man? What you think I'm doing?
You're so lazy.
right?
When you were
Worked out all day. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
lazy.
Power Project family, how's it going? So no matter what diet you're on or no matter what supplements you take, it's necessary as you get older to know what's going on under the hood. That's why I've partnered with Merrick Health. They're the premium telehealth clinic owned by Derek from More Plates, More Dates. And we have a panel that will allow you to get all of your labs done and checked in a super easy fashion. Andrew, how can they get it?
Yeah, you guys got to head over to merrickhealth.com/power project. That's MAREK health.com/power project. And at checkout, enter promo code power project to save $101 off of this comprehensive panel. Links to them down in the description, as well as the podcast show notes.
So I think like on a more serious note, like if you think about like when you would eat bread, when you would eat sugar, like when would be these like circumstances? And I think that people are thinking you are somehow enjoying things more. But you could have like different versions of that. Like maybe for you, maybe having wings here and there, maybe it's not that big of a deal because you normally eat healthy.
Yeah.
So,
But healthy for us too is
Right.
different. Remember,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if we healthy for us isn't brown rice, chicken, and broccoli.
and wings are like almost they're not even necessarily that bad. They're just like a little borderline in terms of maybe they could put somebody over their caloric limit, but for you for that particular day and or for that particular week, you're still not over any limit, right?
Not even close, because all I had on that day was steak.
Right.
So I had some wings.
Mhm.
And you do the same stuff. It's like some days we fast. Like I haven't eaten today, but because we have control over our hunger, we're not feeling angry or groggy or whatever. We're gonna go eat. Or I'm gonna go eat later. I'm gonna be perfectly okay. I'll probably have some steak, some rice. I have some fire wings leftovers from yesterday, so I'm gonna have more of that. And I make wings sometimes too. So it's like there's nothing that I feel that I am not allowing myself to have to look this way, but it's because of the habits we have set.
I would also say that circumstances can be quite different for people that haven't lost weight yet or haven't gotten themselves in shape yet. They may need to carry out a strong discipline for many days in a row for multiple reasons, not necessarily just for the reasons of health and not necessarily just for the reasons of losing weight, but for the reasons of building a habit and having that habit get ingrained into the system because it takes a long time. You know, if you do jujitsu and you do it like 1 week and then you miss 2 weeks and you do it 1 week and then you miss, you're probably just as well as to have never gone before because you're not really going to learn very well that way. It's too big of a gap. It needs to get like ingrained in there somewhere. You need to learn like when are you going to utilize these tools? And I think the same thing can apply to your diet. When are you going to utilize these tools and strategies? If it's always really long time in between diets and you haven't really amounted any success yet, you're probably thinking, I always suck at this. I always fail at this. And even though I'm doing this, I'm going to not eat any carbs. I'm going to do some cardio and I'm going to restrict my calories and I'm going to lose, 20 pounds before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And you get all fired up and excited and you're 3 days in and you're exhausted. You're tired. You don't want to do the diet anymore. And you're like, oh, I knew I was going to fail at this. I knew I was going to suck at it. And you really didn't develop the skills. There's some like little skills in there. Like you can actually, and it's just sounds so dumb to say it sometimes, but you can actually find ways to eat more if you choose different foods.
Yeah.
And people are like, eating more, this is bullshit. Like it's not possible. But if you replace some of the, and again, it's going to sound like crazy talk, but if you replace some of the foods with leaner meats, vegetables, maybe some fruit, maybe some things that are just like a little less offensive, things that have less ingredients in them, multiple ingredient foods. Once you start getting into 3, 4, 5 ingredients, you get into foods that are just very, very easy to overeat and overconsume.
I'm joking. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, and head to the Power Project Discord, all right? I know you enjoyed the video. Speak to y'all soon.